And this is your dormitory, she said brightly. You've got a roommate, but from what I've heard, he's a great guy. Daniel studied the door for a moment before pulling the key from his pocket. The small metallic sound of the key sliding into the lock echoed faintly as he unlocked and pushed the door open. The room inside was spotless, vastly different from what he had expected. The space was more luxurious than he imagined, modern and thoughtfully designed. A pool table sat in the corner, paired with a sleek gaming station. A massive 65-inch TV was mounted on the wall, and the bed was perfectly made, looking like something out of a catalog. The room felt inviting but carried an air of quiet sophistication. Olivia leaned against the doorframe, her smile turning playful as she joked, "Your room's way better than mine. We can trade if you like." Daniel turned to her with a faint smirk of his own, his tone dry. "Depends on what your room looks like." Olivia chuckled and nodded. "Fair enough," she said, amused by his response. For a moment, the two stood in comfortable silence, both looking at the room. Olivia's expression softened as she glanced at Daniel, her hazel eyes thoughtful. "I really hope you enjoy it here, Daniel," she said, her voice quieter now but filled with sincerity. "And don't let people like Caleb push you away. He can be a jerk sometimes, but not everyone around here is like that. There are a lot of good people here, people who'll have your back." Daniel met her gaze, and for the first time since arriving, he slid his sunglasses off, tucking them into his jacket pocket. His eyes, sharp but understanding, locked onto hers. "So far, I really like it here," he said calmly, his voice even and genuine. "And people like Caleb won't push me away that easily." Olivia smiled softly at his words, a glimmer of relief and approval in her expression. "Good," she said simply, her tone carrying a quiet sense of encouragement. The two stood there for a moment longer, the room behind them buzzing with possibility. Whatever challenges lay ahead, it was clear that Daniel wasn't the type to back down, and Olivia seemed to know he'd fit in fine. "Got it. Here's a more detailed and descriptive rewrite of the scene." As Daniel stood at the threshold of his new dorm room, he let out a long, weary sigh. His mind was still buzzing with everything that had just happened. The school, the